day 2 of our masterclasses, and today we're talking all things branding. I'm going to be breaking down what branding is, why branding is important to your business, and how branding can help elevate your business, especially when you're working with the bank, right? And today we have with us Standard Chartered Bank to take us through that information.
Good afternoon, everyone, ladies, gentlemen. How are we doing this afternoon?
Great.
Awesome. So my name is Nono Fajesi. I am the founder and managing consultant at NHESI Consultancy. It's a human capital development consultancy where I help individuals, professionals, and entrepreneurs to help improve and increase their personal efficiency in the running of their businesses and in their personal pursuits as well. So with that said, let's get right into the topic of today. Let me just talk about the different types of brandings that are there. We have corporate brands. Some of you guys, one of the biggest corporate brands that we know, Standard Chartered. We have service brands. Who can share with us a service brand that they know? We have, pardon? Deloitte. We have product brands. We have NGO brands, event brands. There's so many types of brands that we have. And it is very important that as you are in business, you know, sometimes we don't necessarily need to reinvent the wheel, but you need to find out which space are you in and who can you learn from. That's very important, because that will then help you to also know how to navigate your own journey. It is not necessarily that you're going to copy or, you know, pick everything that they do, but it gives you an appreciation of how to position yourself. And that is one of the important things about branding. There's so many of us in business. Personal branding is essential. I mean, right now it is a subject of interest for everyone. Because why? All of us are brands in our own right. So it's very important as a business person to know, yes, you may have a business brand or a brand for your business, but also as a person, you are an entity as well. So it is very important to know that you have a personal brand and what it is that you stand for as an individual. Does it resonate with your business brand? Because if those two are not congruent or misaligned, or they are misaligned, you run the risk of now diverting people's attention from what really matters. Because at the end of the day, you want to help attract people towards you. And that way, you're able to grow and leverage off that for your business growth. It's very important to make it also personable in terms of sometimes, yes, like other corporates, because they're huge and they're big, they're able to, you know, cover or foot the bill of using other means of putting themselves out there. But as some of you may be solo, you know, in their businesses, it is important to leverage yourself because no one else knows your story. So put it out there, put yourself out there. But be intentional about how you go about it, because it is very important how you position yourself in terms of how you show up as well. You know, because at the end of the day, depending on what it is that you want to be known for, there's a way that you would want to show up, you know, because she'll delve much deeper into it. When you're approaching certain people and you want, you know, large sums of money, they look at you and then they're able to form a first impressions based on just how you appear. So that is a very important aspect about personal branding as well. So very important to take into consideration that, you know, the way you put yourself together, does that resonate with what it is that you want to be known for? So very important. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll receive questions if any.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nono, that was awesome. Good afternoon. Thanks, Tim. When I say France, what brands come to mind? Right. Sheer driving pleasure. Sheer driving pleasure. No one. BMW. Guys. Okay. So I didn't even have to say the brand. I just said something that is close to the brand, right? It's just about that association. I love what Clever just shared, because I used to work for Brand Botswana. And one of the things that we struggled with is, what is it that people can associate the Botswana brand with? And I'm here to tell you guys sitting in this room that the businesses that you guys are working on, those are the things that are going to be selling Botswana in the future. So it's very important for you guys to understand what it is that gives brands, number one, longevity, and number two, that exposure that Nonofa has been speaking about. Branding is about the feeling that you give your clients. It's about that, what is that thing that will stick to the back of your mind when you deal with a specific brand? Let me give you an example. The iPhone, Apple. Apple brands, in all honesty, they're like any other, right? Battery life is not that great. Every single day you're having to put it on your charger. There's nothing great about the camera. I think a Samsung camera is actually way better than Apple. You might even say the Huawei camera. Some people say, I don't know which series it is better than the Apple camera. But there's something about that brand when people are holding it. What is that? What are the things that they should be associating your brand with when they have had that interface with you? My job is to try and remove the granny bank image. It's extremely difficult. But the products, are the products relevant? Are we relevant to the people that we serve? You know, so those are the questions that every single week I'm asking the team. Are we relevant, guys? Are the products that we're offering, are they relevant? We have an amazing digital app. Is it relevant for you guys to want to utilize? Are we consistent? Are you consistent with the way you serve people? If Tim comes to you tomorrow and engages with your product tomorrow, and I come back 3 months from now, are we going to get similar, if not better, service from you? The elevator pitch, it shouldn't just be in the presenting in front of people. It should also be in what you're presenting to potential funders, or it needs to be, there's no time, guys. Every single brand is fighting for attention. Every brand is fighting for attention. So whatever that USP is of yours, make it stand out. Whatever that unique thing is of yours, make it stand out, but don't let it just be for that one time. Make it that it stands out every single time. I think that was my piece. Thank you very much.
But thank you very much, Mbame. That was amazing, an amazing 30 minutes. And I imagine you guys have questions. But more importantly, I imagine you guys picked up from how they represented themselves and their organizations, right? So those weren't ordinary presentations, I'm sure you noticed, right? What is your brand, right? What is your brand? Do you know it, right? Do you know what you stand for? Do you know what feelings you are trying to bring out from the people you are trying to bring them out from, right? So what is your brand? And then even as important, from the information you have just gathered from these two amazing women, these two very learned ladies here, how are you going to use this information to ensure that your brand has a longer lasting impact on your customers?
To answer your question, Tim, it shows me about me that I like listening, I like hearing, you know, and I don't know how he'd rate me, but I think being people who listen and really care is something that we just heard, And it's good to be like that. It's wonderful. So that's a way to actualize being caring without having to put yourself first. You know what I'm saying?
This gentleman since yesterday, and I had no idea what he does until we had to do this exercise. And I wasn't gonna ask him what he does, what business he's into, had it been for this exercise. And he wouldn't have had the opportunity to tell me, and he doesn't know what's going to happen after him telling me or after he's heard what I do. So it's very important to always have your brand ready, and you should be the one that represents it boldly.
Okay. Your name?
Saran.
Okay. Say it.
My name is Martha. I'm part of the business clinic, and I would say firstly, thank you so much for whatever that was shared today. It was but it carried a lot of. It was inspiring. It was mind blowing. It was wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Felton. So, Martha, like I said, I'm a visual artist. I do paintings. I'm a product and service designer. I'm a consultant. I write proposals. I'm also a graphic designer. I'm also a tutor. I'm also the list is endless. The list is endless. So my problem is just like hair. I have a problem with perfectionism. It's something that I've been working on, but I'm really, really struggling. I think by now I could have done a lot of things. I would say business-wise, I could have established a lot of things. They could have been somewhere right now, but every time I would have an idea, I would think 100 times over it until I start doubting and I set it aside. And then I get another one. I do the same. You get it. So I'm really, very hoping that after these sessions, from your experiences, from the comments, the questions, the messages that we brought by the experts till the end of the masterclasses, I would maybe grab something that would encourage me or to work on this kind of weaknesses so that I may make bold decisions and be able to stand for the things that I believe on and start working on my ideas. So actually that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
My friend here is Mutserezi, next to me here. She was here yesterday. I was inspired by what she said, and I wrote it down. And by God's grace, she was sitting next to me, or she is sitting next to me to bless me. It was a beautiful coincidence, I have to say. So what she does is taking care of kids, bana, daycare, and she does it from the comfort of her home, her place. And then that gives assurance to parents that, this is a family thing. And like I said, I do music, and I've done a lot of volunteering. And I don't necessarily do music for money. Those who know me would know that Clever is not a money person, but I wouldn't say no to money anyway. Yes. So, if I may just share a bit of my story, my life story. I've been through abuse.
Make it very brief.
Yes, I've been through abuse, and I have to say music is the thing that rescued me, is the thing that made me who I am today, and is the thing that I would make sure that I use to touch people's lives, because they say music speaks in any language. So the chat that I had with Mutserezi here is that what she does is with kids. And I think we will all agree that we need to really restructure or rebuild our nation or our earth. We need to start building from a young age. And if we are going to partner with people like Mutserezi, who would use music, who would use what Serwalo is doing there, you find that we've already taught our kids a lot of things that are going to benefit them to be even responsible and more creative and people who are go-getters. So I really feel like what she said here is a lot, and I feel like what we guys are doing, I see things that are really building. They are more family-oriented because he just spoke about water. Who doesn't need water? Everyone needs water. So I really feel that everything that we're doing, we can really build a better world. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. I'm so proud of you guys, and thank you so much for believing in yourself and taking this step, because this is the beginning of many, great things. What I can say is that I've seen that all of you are taking this seriously. What I want to encourage you is to continue believing in yourselves, continue believing in your businesses, your dreams, continue discovering more about yourself, because what you have discovered right now, it's like the tip of an iceberg. There's so much to you, and the more richness you discover about yourself, the more richer your brand will become. And continue to reinvent yourself. Continue to find out where you are at and how can you further yourself. What can you do to bump yourself up? That is very important and very critical for your personal brand or for the brand of your business. So don't settle. Continuous improvement is vital for business sustainability and continuity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I just wanted to pick two things. Mewakaya, you raised a very important point around unity. It goes to creating value chains, Mobotswana. That is one of the areas where we have a serious problem. Let me just give an example. The chicken business. Everybody is doing layer eggs and selling eggs. Where's the chicken feed? Where are the guys who are making the chicken houses? Instead of importing them, who is out there manufacturing? What are we doing with where do we get the packaging for those eggs? A lot of the time we like looking at the end of the value chain and not realizing that the benefit is actually in the process, right? Let's remember that you can't do this in isolation. You cannot succeed in isolation. And also, how do you utilize the people who come to the business clinic?
Yeah, the people, the trainees and
Like the attendees here today, what are you going to do with them to help spread the word about the business clinic?
Yes, we do have a Facebook page. Probably we need to take a step further by having maybe testimonies, referrals. I think that's what we need to do. We already have a Facebook page.
Awesome.
I think probably after the event we just need interviews from a few of them. Yeah. And
the thing that is going to bring people here and bring the eyes here are the success stories. Everybody here has got a network. Don't let them leave the room without them promising to go and post, talk about the business clinic, talk about the value that they received here. And word of mouth that's the kind of advertising that every brand manager wants, because there's that trust factor. If Latila is going to go to his network and say, guys, hey, I just attended a great masterclass for the UB Business Clinic, they're going to ask him more questions. Where do I find it? How do I get involved? So for every person that you engage with in this room, don't let them leave without saying a word about the business clinic.
thank you. No, thank you so much.
Who wants to clap hands? We can go ahead and clap hands. Let's clap.
I've been silent for quite some time throughout the whole seminar. I would like to just say thank you very much. I didn't think it would be this valuable. I never thought. I just came just to consume knowledge because I've redeveloped my mind, because I've just noticed in my past life that I've been sort of a mediocre, so sort of a bit laid back. So I wanted to get a bit of knowledge but I never thought it would be this powerful, and I really appreciate it from the depth of my heart. And may God really bless you for that. Thank you for the organizing this event.